Hello everyone, let's talk about Lent today. From February 22nd to April 6th, most Christians commemorate the 40 days of Jesus Christ spent in the desert for enduring temptation, according to the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. And then he began his public ministry. So most of them spend time in prayer and fasting and revisiting the teachings of Jesus. And today let's make a vegetarian meal for those who've given up on their vegetarian food. And I'm making a moth bean curry and cabbage sabji. Moth beans are great in protein and zinc and very great for your weight loss as well. So try to incorporate that for your protein intake so it gives you a balanced meal. And cabbage is low in calories as well, and it has turmeric, so it's good for you, boosting your immunity as well. And I have a salad of lettuce, carrots, and purple cabbage. We have some rice and chapati. I already posted a video on the rice and the chapati, so please look it up. And moth bean is something I have not done in the earlier videos, so I'm going to try something new. I have a measure of moth bean, a cup of it, that I'm going to wash it a couple of times, like rinse it and then soak it for 6 to 8 hours, or I do it the night before. Okay, so just wash it till the water runs clear. And moth bean is similar to green beans or mung bean, which you can soak and sprout it, and then it gets very dense nutrition wise. So today I'm just going to wash it and let it sit for the night. And it's all done soaking. It's doubled in size after 8 to 10 hours, and if you see, the color has changed a little lighter, but it is still good. So once this is done, I'm going to saute some onion, tomato, ginger, garlic, and make a nice gravy out of it. So keep watching. And these are the ingredients that I have. To saute, I have onion and tomatoes, ginger, garlic. I'm going to first season the pan with mustard seeds, let it crackle a bit. I actually have about 2 teaspoons of oil, not too much. Then we're going to splatter some cumin seeds, and then we're going to add our onions. Let it saute well, get some color. Add some green chilies and squirt of asafoetida. Any pulse needs some asafoetida, so it gets you less bloated. And then we add our roughly chopped ginger and garlic. You can add ginger and garlic paste as well. I'm going to add some salt so it kind of enhances the flavor, and add 3 chopped tomatoes. And we're going to add all the powders. Once the tomatoes are wilted down, we'll add some powders, starting with a garam masala. I have all the ingredients and their quantities in the description box. And some turmeric, some cayenne chili powder, then some Kashmiri red chili powder, just for color. It doesn't add the spice, but it adds the color. And then you give it a good stir. I even add some cumin powder. Mix it well, let it become a nice thick gravy, and just make sure everything is blended in well and gets mushy a bit. So it takes about 3 to 4 minutes for that, depends on how ripe your tomatoes are. So that's my cumin seeds powder. I usually grind my own at home. Very rarely you kind of get a fresh batch in the store. The moth beans are available in the Indian store if you need to, or some health food store. So now let's go ahead and add our moth bean along with the water, about 4 cups of water. You want a nice thick gravy. You can adjust the quantity of water later. So I'm going to let it sit in a pressure pan and let it cook for about 4 whistles. And once the pressure is off, I'm going to release it, and then we're going to add water if we need to. Otherwise, we'll just let it be. Give it a good stir and make sure all the dal is all mushed up. The moth bean should be nice and soft to touch. And in the meanwhile, let's make a cabbage sabji or side dish. So for this I have half a cup of onion, 1 green chili, some garlic and a head of cabbage, but I'm only going to use about half to 3/4 of it, so it's about 5 to 6 cups of chopped cabbage. So let's again season the pan with oil. I have about 2 teaspoons of oil, and we're going to splatter some mustard seeds, the usual seasonings or tadka that we call, some urad dal, a generous portion of urad dal, and some cumin again, and we add some curry leaves, and don't let it brown. Mine got a little brown, and we're going to add our onion and saute it a little bit along with our green chilies and our garlic, and let it fry up well. And then we're going to add our cabbage, chopped up cabbage. So this one, the only aspect that will take time is chopping the cabbage. Otherwise, this is a very quick dish. Cabbage doesn't take long to cook. All it needs to do is wilt a bit, and then we're going to add some powders. I'm going to add some turmeric powder, chili powder, and some salt, and let it cook through. You don't even need to put a lid. If you want to put a lid, go ahead and do it, but this doesn't need a lid. You can just saute it over the stove, and it'll be done in no time. This goes very well as a side dish with rice and chapati. It is very quick, and you can add some grated coconut on the top as well if you want to, but in mine I'm not going to. Garnish it with some cilantro leaves, and you are done. So this is a very good accompaniment with what we have for the meal today. Give it all a good stir, and let it wilt. And thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye.